Background simulation and static analysis can point to flaws in our smart contract. We ourselves are responsible for the feasibility of our Cardano finance project as a whole. This segment takes a look at the forces shaping competitiveness, chance of survival, and ways to prevent budget overrun or mission creep. There are resources for entrepreneurs to start a business, but blockchain projects have their own factors. The most obvious is volatility, as we are pricing a currency that is also an appreciating asset, and most of all fluctuating a lot. ADA on a single day could move 30% in value, which is about 5 years of returns worth in precious metals or blue-chip stocks. Also, our users' wallet security and risk of hacks are highly critical issues. While many have these factors on their radar, dependencies on open-source software packages that become deprecated or undergo updates with breaking changes are important issues to consider as well. Many believe that Web3 has its own rules, with remote work, cutting-edge tech, and larger-than-life personalities. However, we are business founders at the end of the day. Traditional business school teaching may hold 1 or 2 nuggets of truth that also apply to crypto projects. The 5 forces shaping our competitiveness are a case in point. Threat of new entrants. How easy is it to fork or clone our code, our idea, create lookalike tokens, or simply steal from us? Impersonators thrive in the permissionless, anonymous world. Threat of substitutes. While we try to disrupt traditional finance, new technologies outside Web3 also poses a threat to us, the disruptor. Think of AI agents and quantum computing. Bargaining power of developers working for us, often the critical bottleneck in a project if you are not writing the code yourself, is a major threat. If you depend on token sales, how is the competition looking like? Why is your token better than alternatives? There are 8 questions asked by the project The Great Filter from an earlier Project Catalyst project. You may find this useful when asking ADA holders or the Cardano Treasury for support of your project. Have you defined a clear problem that you want to solve? Which goals do you have that can get you there and relieve your users' pain points? Have you thought about a target demographic, for example region, type of trader or investor, technology that is broken and needs fixing? Having your action plan clearly spelled out is essential. Make sure you set yourself milestones and stick to the timeline. Key performance indicators should not be cosmetic, but truly inform you and your team about feedback from users and whether you need to make adjustments to how you sell and ship. Often overlooked, do you have all the skills on your team? Finally, if you need money, you should specify how much and whether this could increase unexpectedly. Further, consider the overall crypto landscape for your Web3 finance project. Are you catering specifically to the Cardano community? Or do you have ambitions going beyond this ecosystem? If you design a front end that could work with various blockchains and wallets, or has compatibility with widely used customer-facing extensions like MetaMask, Phantom, Wallet Connector, this will expand the potential value of your project. Be mindful that this comes at the cost of leveraging security features and customer loyalty unique to Cardano. What do you lose by your blockchain ecosystem choices? Finally, consider that bridges and Layer 2 protocols can introduce an array of unforeseen vulnerabilities, or even attract the attention of copycats, lawsuits, patent infringements, or legal implications. Smart contracts have only been around for a few years, yet billions are lost every year to hacks. Exchanges and bridges are among the major points of attack, so consider the risk. The most important element of your feasibility analysis outside the code design and audit is budget management. If you want to realize a new type of decentralized exchange mechanism and do not have the programming skills yourself, human resources costs can balloon beyond your wildest imagination. Especially during periods of easy funding and active funding rounds, demand for professional experienced Haskell developers is high. There is a limited number of companies carrying out code audits. Visibility of your project is also hard to come by. Simply posting on social media will not necessarily give you any eyeballs unless your content is published at the right time, in the right channels, and hits a nerve or triggers emotions among the target audience. Unlike traditional media, crypto influencers often help you for payment in kind rather than in money. If your content is interesting for other people's audiences, they will more likely feature it. Lastly, let us not forget how important working code with no vulnerabilities is for feasibility. Are your timeouts and deadlines in Marlowe realistic? 5 minutes used for testing for all users to submit agreement is fine in your local wallet testing environment, but will surely fail in the real world. Have your values been parameterized, and are your users able to submit their choices meaningfully to produce the chain of events you expect in your contract design? How about fees and network conditions? Is it possible to steal money by any actors if they should behave in a way that you do not predict? Using asserts and boundaries may prevent execution to fail in ways that are hard to predict. If you have more than 2 parties in a Marlowe contract, is the order of transaction clear? And what happens if an invalid or fraudulent input is received? Step away from the code and consider realistic conditions in which your dApp exists. Bug bounties and longer beta testing on testnet may help,